What's up, Guru Gang peeps, Padawans? Welcome to the Inner Sanctum. I'm Yoda Guru. Come on in, sit, stay, relax, put your feet up, grab a couple snacks, have yourself a hot or cold beverage. Your choice, your prerogative. My sanctum is your sanctum, and enjoy another round of Way Back Wisdom Wednesday as I share with you another round of Yodaisms for this week. And when it comes to this particular Yodaism that was written over the course of a week and a half, then posted on Thursday, April 13th, 2017, it's entitled Half the Battle. And when it comes to the backstory of this particular Yodaism, I was reading online of how a person dealing with their own battles when it comes to their inner conflicts of just like either depression or anxiety or whatever the case may be, whether it be physical, mental, emotional. Every person is dealing with a battle that's either unseen or seen, and sometimes medication is involved. And that got me to thinking how when it comes to the battles every person is living on a semi-daily basis, it could take a toll on you, and which led me to write this particular Yodaism. And before heading into the Yodaism itself, go ahead, if you enjoyed any of my content, whether it be on my Inner Sanctum channel or my YG Anime channel, hit like, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell in order to be notified of any future videos being posted on either channel. And with that said, let's head into the Yodaism entitled Half the Battle. Someone once said, the strongest people are not those who show strength in front of us, but those who win battles we know nothing about. If you think about it, there are countless people who are fighting countless battles that can't be outwardly seen. A silent battle that can most definitely be either mental, emotional, and or physical, to the point where it's an absolute unknown if any given day will have an individual experiencing highs, lows, or something in between. In other words, riding their own metaphorical roller coaster of thoughts, feelings, and emotions that isn't fun at all, so much so he/she would gladly stop the ride in order to get off, knowing how much of a toll it takes on him/her. I think it's safe to say it's a tough and not to mention frustrating situation indeed for anyone fighting for peace, as well as a sense of utter normalcy in regards to living life while dealing with the painful struggle of their own disorder/condition. As I said before, there are countless people who are fighting countless battles that can't be outwardly seen. Of course, one of the battles that's not silently fought is depression, and when it comes to the statistics, they don't necessarily mean much in the whole scheme of things if a person hasn't experienced it firsthand for himself/herself. For the most part, it's sometimes described as living in a personal nightmarish hell where being emotionally stuck or overtaken by the state of a particular mood, like sadness, leads to an inability to get out of it on their own. Essentially, once in that emotional mood state, it's considerably difficult to break free, whereby it becomes a quintessential straitjacket that grows tighter and tighter when trying to remove it, so to speak. Fortunately, it can be, in all intents and purposes, be removed with the right medication, therapy, and or from the unwavering support of family/friends by one side. Without a doubt, finding yourself in a constant battle in the form of painfully tender muscles, joints, and or bones truly is a fight in itself as it pertains to fibromyalgia, for it's a chronic disorder in which a person experiences a much more intense pain in the aforementioned three areas. Granted, even though there may not be a mental battle fought, it does have the capacity to put a tremendous amount of mental stress along with the stress they're possibly feeling physically and maybe even emotionally as well. Oftentimes it's the simplest things in life, like taking a walk, makes a significant impact, especially if cold or rainy weather is involved. Unfortunately, there is no known cure for fibromyalgia, but that doesn't mean life's over. Far from it. What it primarily comes down to is lifestyle changes along with treatments in hopes in helping to physically live a much less painful life. Let me ask you this question to those who are fighting a continuous battle with anxiety. How are you able to deal with a disorder/condition that has the power to completely disable you mentally in every sense of the word? Medication, counseling, and or other alternative methods such as all natural supplements are what a number of people are going for. Granted, in everyday life, it's considerably normal to feel anxiousness, panic, and worry. However, in extreme cases, the type of anxiety one suffers from can have a detrimental effect to the point it's so overwhelming it can completely disrupt the ability to lead a normal life. Thinking about it further, to have anxiety related panic attacks can wreak havoc on one's social life because of how incredibly uncomfortable it can be to the point where it isolates you from the outside world. So the question remains, are you isolating yourself from the outside world or exuding a fight mindset to be part of it? And finally, in retrospect, there's an old saying, in order to really understand what someone is going through, you must walk a mile in their shoes. I think it's safe to say it would give a whole new perspective for anyone who has never experienced anything like what people are suffering from in regards to depression, fibromyalgia, anxiety related panic attacks, or whatever the case may be, as to what certain individuals are going through each day. Hey, I tip my hat to those continuing to go to war, fighting the good fight with their disorder slash condition, even though there are days where it may seem or feel like a losing battle. You see, even though I may not know what you're personally going through, I've at least gotten a slightly better and deeper understanding of it after taking the time to do my own research. In the end, all it ever takes is for someone willing to know what to want to know. In the end, all it ever takes is for someone willing to want to know every mile metaphorically walked pertaining to a certain disorder slash condition, and if matters of the heart are involved, knowing is half the battle. And there you have it, good gang peeps, Padawans, the Yodaism entitled Half the Battle. And when it comes to the title itself, it was inspired by that G.I.Joe ending after every episode. For those of a certain age, you know about it when it comes to those segments where it taught you life lessons such as never go towards a down power line. And the full saying was, knowing is half the battle. So there you have it, the title that was partly inspired by a G.I. Joe segment after every episode. Now, when it comes to the Yoda himself, like I said, mentioned before, it was inspired by reading an article how every person is dealing with and fighting a battle that either somebody knows about or not knows about. And I hope you enjoyed this particular Yodaism. What are your thoughts, musings? Hate it, like it, dislike it? Are you dealing with a battle that not too many people know about? If so, it could be deeply therapeutic to actually talk about it. Share your comment. Share your thoughts on the comment section below. Maybe someone who shares their comments and another person who reads it can relate. And it doesn't hurt to talk about it and just share what you've been dealing or going through over the years, how it's been a personal nightmare, hellish nightmare for you maybe, and just encourage you if you want to. The inner sanctum is considered a place where you can share personally, emotionally, and mentally of what you've been going through, especially when it comes to this particular Yodaism on fighting a battle, whether it be health-wise or mentally or emotionally. Yeah, love to hear from you. In any case, if you enjoyed any of my content when it comes to this particular Yodaism or any other content from the Inner Sanctum or my YG Anime channel for all things anime, hit like, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell in order to be notified of any future videos being posted on either channel. And with that said, I tip my hat to you and look out for the next Yodaism for Way Back Wisdom Wednesday, another round of that. And may the force be with you guys. Later.